John Coleman, congratulations, into the fourth round of the FA Cup. What did you make of the performance?
I thought we were excellent today, first half particularly. We took the game to them, we played very much on the front foot, made chances, didn't take them, but defended manfully. They upped their tempo in the second half, they made more chances in the second half, but we dealt with things that were thrown at us. We didn't play as well in the second half, but thankfully we took our goal and we played well, or we played a different type of game in the second half. We had to, because they came on to us a little bit more. But you have to be able to adapt your game the way you're playing, and the way the game's going. But I don't think anyone can begrudge us the win. I think we're a better team over the 90 minutes. But the one thing I knew today, that they will play good football, and we will play good football, so it was a good advert for football. And thankfully we came out on the right end of it.
You talked before the game about both sides wanting to kind of address your form. There can't be much more pleasing things than a 1-0 victory, keeping that clean sheet.
Well, you know how much I love 1-0s, but I would have much sooner have had 2 or 3, to be honest, for my nerves. But we have to take this as maybe a little step back into the league. We've got another big game on Tuesday, but we want to improve our league form. Our play hasn't warranted the return we've had over the last 9 or 10 games, and so we've got to get that back. We've got to show the defending like we did today. We've got to take that into the league, and we've also got to create or make and take chances. Thankfully we took 1 today and that was enough.
Because of the loan situation, you were without a lot of forward options. When you've got a recognised regular centre forward, I guess it helps when he pops up and scores.
Well, it's us. He's the only, Andy Mangan hasn't played a lot of football this season. Thought he did really well for 65 minutes. Ran himself into the ground, ran his heart out, and you know what you're going to get off Mangy for that. I thought Billy was absolutely terrific today. I know Ross got man of the match, and rightly so. Thought he was fantastic, Ross. But Billy wasn't far behind him. He was a constant thorn for Ipswich today.
You mentioned Ross Sykes there. He made one tackle in particular on Freddie Sears at the end. That's as good as a goal, isn't it?
Fantastic, yeah, it is. And his overall play was good. His distribution was very good today. He won his headers, he won his tackles, and I'm pleased for the lad. Because he's still learning his trade. He's being patient. He takes everything on board. He stays behind after training, and he works on his game, and he'll only get better.
A dozen places between the teams in the pyramid. Perhaps won't be the highest profile upset, but does it show how far you've come, that you've beaten a team a club of that stature?
Well, if you look at the bookies, it's not an upset, is it? An upset would have been Ipswich winning because we were favourites. But we can't govern how people perceive it. I remember Ipswich winning the FA Cup, Roger Osborne. So, to be putting them out the FA Cup, that's a feather in our cap. They're a championship team, and they're a big club, and so for the resources we've got, I think it is a scalp, and our players deserve all the credit for it.
You've much to think about in addition to the next round draw, but you'll have it in your mind now, won't you?
To be honest, I won't. Me focus now is on getting players in. To be honest, we brought young Gary Perrott into the squad today. He played half a game this morning for the youth team, so it's a thrill for him. And we have to get reinforcements. A lot of the loans have gone back. We need to sign players, and we've got 26 days to do so.
And in terms of the next round, you'll take anyone here, won't you?
Anyone here, or Liverpool away. Well, any big club away where you'll make money. We've got to be realistic. This is about putting the cup competition. To quote John Domain, it's the best domestic cup competition in the world, as he used to say. God rest his soul. And we're unlikely to win it, but we can put ourselves on the map. We can get people to take notice of us, and we can earn a few bob along the way. And that earning a few bob along the way is probably the most important thing, because we don't get the numbers through the gates, which consequently reflects on the budget that we have to operate with. Andy's done absolutely brilliant. Andy Holt, he's pushed it all the way. He's given me a few bob more to spend in the transfer window. Possibly won't be able to buy players, but we can up the wages. And this will make that a little bit easier for all of us, myself and Andy included. And if we could get a plum draw, that could make next season a little bit easier, because he does a terrific job keeping the plate spinning. To be fair, we don't get enough people through the gates. That's a harsh reality, and we want to compete in League One. I want to compete in League One. To do that, we need more revenue, and this is a revenue stream that thankfully we've made a few bob this year.